Hello, everybody, and welcome to our first ever YouTube live stream. And today we're talking about the top 10 menopause drinks. And a quick question for you: what have you had to drink today? Let me know in the comments. Maybe a couple of coffees, maybe a smoothie, maybe a juice, hopefully some water. So here's what most women don't realize, that what you drink and when you drink it can make a big difference to your symptoms during perimenopause, menopause, and postmenopause. So if you've been thinking, you know what, I'm doing everything right, I'm eating well, I'm looking after myself, but I'm still tired, I'm still feeling fatigued, I'm waking up feeling out of sorts, I'm putting on weight, I've got brain fog, hot flashes, you name it, this video is for you, because I'm going to share my menopause daily drink plan and my menopause cheat sheets, which are going to make it super easy to know which drinks to choose based on your symptoms according to the time of day. Now, I don't want to keep you waiting. I'm going to tell you the top 10 drinks right now. And you know what? Here's what's important. We need to choose what we drink according to the time of the day. I've categorized them into morning, afternoon, and evening because we have different needs. In the morning, we need to rehydrate and set ourselves up for energy in the day. In the afternoon, we want to balance our hormones. We want to kind of lift our mood and energy to prevent that mid afternoon slump. And then in the evening, we want to calm our nervous system, rest and relax so we can have a good night's sleep. So let's jump in. I've got some slides for you today. And for my members, I'm going to be putting together a PDF with all the slides. So at the end of today's live, you can go into our YouTube members area and download that PDF. Or if on my coaching site, we're going to give it to you there as well. Alrighty, so let me go in and we're going to have a look at the drinks. In the morning, this is the drinks we're looking at: alkaline water with electrolytes, Rooibos tea, lion's mane, and ceremonial matcha. In the afternoon, we're looking at maca protein smoothie, soy calcium and cacao, and Schisandra berry infusion. And then in the night, we're looking at golden milk, mint and sage lassi, and tart cherry juice. So let me know in the comments if you've tried any of these drinks. You know, if you've been following me for a while, if you're one of my clients, you'll know that I love the Rooibos tea. We've talked about tart cherry before, but there's some new ones here. There's the smoothie, there's the maca. We used to talk a lot about red maca. We're talking about that today, but there's some new ones as well. So I'm excited to share these with you. So look, I just want to jump in and tell you something about the questions. Now, what I'd love you to do, we've got Anna here helping me with the questions. We're going to gather them all up. And then after I've gone through the 10 drinks, I'm going to answer your questions. So if you've got a question, put QQQ followed by your question in the comments. And that'll make it really easy for Anna and also myself to see your questions already. And while I'm here, I just want to say a really big thank you to my YouTube channel members. It's so exciting for me to be embarking on this new project. And we've been running this for a while. We've actually had quite a few of you have already joined from my YouTube videos. We now have my coaching site ladies coming over. We've got an amazing, beautiful community. And I want to just say how much I appreciate you and thank you for being here on the live stream today. If you remember, let me know. Let me know in the comments because I really, really appreciate you. So let me just have a quick look. I want to say thank you to everybody. Yeah, very good. Just jumping in there. Wonderful. Okay, weight is a concern. We're going to talk about that today. Thank you, energy and brain fog. Yep, I know exactly. I've got the drinks that you need to help with energy and brain fog. Exactly. Nova, yes, lots of changes. We can go through a lot of physiological changes after having hysterectomy and going into medical menopause. So what we'll be talking today is going to help with that as well. Alrighty. And so I also wanted to say just a quick disclaimer before we jump in. Today is the medical advice. It's for general information only. It's educational. So if you have a health condition or you're taking medications, just check with your doctor before you start anything new. Alrighty, so we're ready? We're ready to jump in. We're going to start with the morning drinks. Now, the first one is the alkaline water. Let me grab that. And this is your top pick for overall health. This is your foundational drink. This is a not negotiable. You must have water, and ideally water with electrolytes, all right? And this is going to help all of the other drinks that you have through the day work well. And alkaline water is just simply regular water that's less acidic. It's more alkaline, all right? It's high in minerals. It's got calcium, it's got magnesium in it. And the process of creating the alkaline water also helps to remove toxins, like chlorine and lead, for example, right? So I'm going to just share the benefits now of the alkaline water. Let's have a look at that. And alkaline water is great because it rehydrates faster than plain water, which is important in hot weather and when exercising, or if you get hot flashes and sweats. It lifts morning fatigue and brain fog by quickly replenishing the minerals that are important for physical and mental energy. It improves fat burning metabolism by helping to regulate appetite. This drink is great because it also boosts circulation to improve energy. It helps to reduce muscle cramps by providing essential minerals, and it supports sleep quality by helping to keep our body temperature stable. And with each drink, I'm going to give you these references, and I'll include that in the PDF that I'm putting together for everybody at the end. So, how do we make the alkaline water? So, there's two parts. This is the alkaline water, and then there's the electrolytes. Now, the electrolytes is the most important thing because the electrolytes help you to rehydrate quickly. If you've been exercising or sweating or first thing in the morning, those electrolytes are going to help to rehydrate you well. So when you get up in the morning, what I want you to do is have a big glass of room temperature water with the electrolytes, okay? And that because overnight we're slightly dehydrated when we wake up, and this sets us up for a good start to the day. Now, this is the jug that I use. You can buy alkalizing filters and systems. This is really affordable and simple, and it has like a little filter that just screws in. And inside there's this minerals, and the water runs over the minerals, and it boosts the magnesium and calcium in the water. And like I said, it helps to remove the toxins, all right? So I do a big jug of that, and then I fill up my water bottle and I try to drink 2 of these a day. So if you're having 3 drinks, aim for about 1.5 liters of water a day. And using a bottle is good. I try to go for 1.5, one of these in the morning and one of these in the afternoon, all right? Drinking most of my fluids before dinner, so you're not have got a lot of fluids in your body going to sleep and having to get up to go to the loo through the night. So that's the alkaline water. Remember, this is your top pick for overall health. We need to be drinking water. Our sense of thirst declines as we age, so we don't realize that we're dehydrated, right? We have to set ourselves a regime so that we're sticking to a daily plan of having water when we wake up and then about 1.5 to 2 liters through the day. Okay, so let's now go to our next drink, and this is the Rooibos tea. Now, tell me in the comments. Tell me in the comments if you like Rooibos tea, if you've tried it before, if you're a client of mine, you know that I love this drink. Now, this is the best drink for a calm start to your day. Those days where you wake up and you're just like, oh my goodness, I've got so much to do, and you're already feeling stressed. Go for the Rooibos tea. And Rooibos is just simply the red bush from South Africa. It's made of the leaves and the stem that are cut and dried, and it's been used for hundreds and hundreds of years as a medicinal drink in South Africa. So all my South African ladies will know the Rooibos tea. So let's take a quick look and have a look at the benefits of the Rooibos. This drink is great because it provides a caffeine-free energy lift to help you feel more alert. It's also good to have instead of caffeinated drinks later in the day. It promotes a sense of calm by lowering stress hormones and supports stable blood sugar levels to reduce carb cravings. Rooibos is good also because it soothes joint pain and stiffness by reducing inflammation. It supports healthy cholesterol levels, which is important after menopause because the risk of heart disease increases due to lower estrogen. And it has high levels of antioxidants to help reduce inflammation. All right. So I'm just moving up my little controller there. So how to make rooibos. Now, if you love a cup of tea in the morning, I know all my English ladies love a tea and English breakfast and Earl Grey, then rooibos is for you. You make it exactly the same way. You just can use tea bags or the loose leaf tea. If you use tea bags, go for bleach free. All right, make sure it's bleach free. You don't want those nasty chemical tea bags. That's why I tend to prefer the loose leaf, and you just make it like a normal tea. Now, most of the drinks I've got haven't included milk in some of them, just so you can see the beautiful color of the drink. You can add your favorite milk in, and you can even use a little bit of your favorite sweetener. Now, I have a new sweetener for you. Let me grab that from over there. Now, this is allulose. Now, I don't have a lot of time to go into it today, but this is my new favorite sweetener, allulose. It is all natural. It is zero on the glycemic index. It's almost 0 calories, and it looks and tastes almost identical to sugar. No aftertaste, and it's good for your digestion. It's good for your gut health. So this is my new favorite sweetener. I thought I'd just quickly share that with you, so that if you like to sweeten any of these drinks, the allulose is the ideal one for you. Alrighty, so that's the robust tea. Now, just remember that's your best one for a calm start to the day. Juggling all my bits and bobs. Hope I'm doing well. So the next one is our lion's mane. Let me know in the comments. Have you heard of lion's mane? Lion's mane is a medicinal mushroom. All right, it's been used in Chinese medicine for thousands of years. It usually comes in this powdered form. You can also get it in capsules with the powder inside the capsules, but we're making it as a drink. So you want the powdered form and you want the dual extract lion's mane powder because that has the highest concentration of nutrients. All right, so let's jump in and have a look at the benefits of that. Lion's mane is great because it improves focus and mental clarity by supporting brain cell growth and repair. It can improve mental fatigue by helping with mitochondrial function and neuroinflammation. It helps to lift mood and calm stress by boosting serotonin and dopamine. It also helps to improve gut health by working as a prebiotic, feeding the good bacteria in our gut. It supports healthy immune function with essential nutrients that help our immune cells stay healthy. And it supports short and long term memory. So, lion's mane is your top pick for brain fog. I think I saw that in the comments. One of you mentioned brain fog is a problem. Lion's mane, this is great. Your top pick for brain fog. And not only that, it's absolutely delicious to make. So you take your powder, you take 1 teaspoon of the lion's mane, powdered lion's mane, pop it in your cup, heat up your milk. You can kind of go half water, half milk, or all milk, whatever, your favorite milk, plant-based milk, regular milk. Try to use a full fat milk, like coconut milk, oat milk, or full fat dairy because that helps the absorption of nutrients. And then pour your milk in over the powder, dissolve it up, a warm, creamy drink in the morning. Of course, you can make it cold as well with ice in the morning during summer. Absolutely delicious. So this is your top pick for brain fog. All right. Tell me what you think. Absolutely yummy. And I forgot to say, if you're a coffee person, this is what you want to be trying to wean yourself off coffee. When I was coming off coffee, this is what helped me, the lion's mane, because it has a kind of malty, sweet, vanilla flavor, and it's just really satisfying. And I found the taste and the feel of it in my mouth, and the fact it's helping with energy and brain fog was what helped me reduce caffeine and eventually give up the caffeine habit. Alrighty, so pop that back there. All right, lion's mane, great for brain fog. All right, our next one, ceremonial matcha. Oh my goodness. Now, this is what I had this morning when I woke up at 5:30 in the morning. I had this because this is your top pick for mental energy and focus. Absolutely delicious. This is my new favorite drink. And so the ceremonial matcha is really interesting. You can see beautiful green color. That is the green tea leaves finely ground into a powder. So this is very different from the regular green tea that you might get, the loose leaf, or the tea bags, because that you steep that in hot water and discard the leaf, and it has even a little bit of a bitter taste. This is completely different. This is the full leaf, the special ceremonial matcha grade green tea, which is the highest grade you can get, which means it's got the highest concentration of nutrients. And it's the full leaf that's ground into this fine powder. And it makes up a delicious, creamy, sweet drink. It's not like your regular green tea. Let me know if you try the ceremonial green tea. I think I said, yeah, the ceremonial matcha. You can make it even as a latte. You might get it in cafes and so on. Let me know if you've tried it. The taste is divine. Really amazing. And if you haven't tried it, I really encourage you to. So let's take a look at all the benefits. Improves mental alertness and focus. It's great in the morning when you have mentally demanding work to do. It sharpens thinking and problem solving by supporting memory, reaction time, and concentration. It provides steady energy for around 4 to 6 hours. This is because the L-theanine in matcha slows the release of caffeine, so we have steady energy levels instead of a caffeine spike and then a crash. This drink also helps to lift mood by boosting dopamine and serotonin. It supports natural detoxification with high concentrations of chlorophyll, which is a powerful detoxifier, and it supports a healthy immune system to help our body fight infections. All right. So let's take a look at how to make this. And I'm just going to grab my little couple little tools that I have here. And this one, my new toy, my favorite RZA. So what we want to do is take the powder, and then if it's not, sometimes it might have little lumps and things, so you can pop it through a little sieve like this into the bottom of your cup. Then heat up your water and your milk, and then you can make it hot or cold, but don't put boiling water onto the powder or boiling milk, because that will destroy the nutrients and the L-theanine. Some of you who've been with me for a long time might have tried L-theanine as a supplement in the evening to help with sleep. It helps to calm the nervous system. So what's amazing about the ceremonial matcha is it does have the caffeine, but it's also got L-theanine. So it gives this lovely slow release of energy for about 4 to 6 hours rather than a caffeine spike and then a crash. So you pop your warm milk or water and slowly dissolve into the powder. And then I've got, this is my latest toy. Let's see if can you hear that little buzzer? So this froths everything up, and it helps to mix everything. And I've been using this in some of my other drinks as well. It's coming really handy. So I thought I'd show it to you. And you froth it up, and you can get like a really nice lots of froth. And I did actually on some of these, but it's gone down since 5:30 this morning. But this is a fantastic little tool to make that. And so, and then you add in, like I said, you can use your full fat milk, your coconut milk, or regular milk. So ceremonial matcha, that is your top pick for mental energy and focus, all right? So, those days where you've got a lot of work to do, mentally demanding work. You wake up and you're like, hey, I know I've got a meeting, back-to-back meetings, I've got the Excel spreadsheet I have to do. That's the day you want to be going for your ceremonial matcha. And that's why I had it this morning, because I knew I had to be on the ball with this live stream. All right, so that's our morning drinks. Rehydrate and energy. And I'm just going to have to rehydrate. I'm going to have a drink now because, mm, ugh, that's better. All right. So rehydrate and energy. So afternoon, this is when we want to focus on balancing our hormones, particularly the stress hormones, managing those stress hormones, because the stress levels rise through the day, particularly into the afternoon. And then we get that afternoon slump, that kind of you hit the wall, and then you get sugar and carb cravings. So these drinks are designed to help with that, sustain our energy, balance our hormones, and prevent cravings. And the first one is the red maca protein smoothie. So this is our protein powder. You can have your whey protein powder. You can have your plant-based protein powder. If you have whey, use whey protein isolate. And then we have our red maca. Right, there's 3 types of maca. You want the red one because that's the one that's been clinically researched to help with women's hormones, particularly during menopause. It's one of the most powerful adaptogens of today's drinks for balancing hormones and improving our symptoms. The other one that's super good is the Schisandra berry, which I'm going to talk about in a minute also, which we have in the afternoon. In this, I've also got some other ingredients, and I'll talk to you about that in a second. So let's take a look at all the benefits of the red maca protein smoothie. Let me know in the comments if you've tried this. This one boosts energy and stamina to help with afternoon energy slumps. It supports mood and well-being by boosting the happy hormones, serotonin and dopamine. It helps reduce afternoon cravings to keep you full and satisfied until dinner. This drink also helps to balance hormones naturally by supporting estrogen, progesterone, and cortisol. It helps ease menopause symptoms, especially fatigue, moodiness, hot flashes, and night sweats. And it builds stronger muscles and bones by providing essential minerals and amino acids. Okay, now this one I've put up the recipe for you. There it is. Yeah, great. It's because there's quite a few little bits and bobs that I have in this. And we've made it with now protein powder. We've got a cup of berries, a kiwi fruit, because the berries are full of antioxidants. Kiwi fruit is great for digestion and high in vitamin C. You've got your red maca. And then I like to add in some extras. These are the nice to have. So the nice to haves are the collagen powder, I don't know if you can see that, hemp hearts, and the psyllium, finely ground psyllium. That's really good. The psyllium's good for absorbing the bad cholesterol and toxins and helping with the digestion. Hemp hearts is high in omega-3s. And collagen powder is great for hair, skin, and nails. Right? Have you noticed that you might have noticed your hair's thinning, your skin, obviously the skin changes during menopause, your nails. Collagen powder is great. When I was going through my breast cancer recovery, I let a lot of things slide because I was just focusing on getting through everything. And then when I came out the other end, that's when went, okay, I need to start paying attention to these things. All right. So pay attention to this. Use the collagen powder. You'll take a few, kind of few weeks, couple of months, and you'll start noticing your nails are stronger, your hair's thicker, your skin's looking great. So, all right, so that's the maca protein smoothie. Let me know if you've tried red maca before. I know many of you, you know that I love a protein smoothie mid-afternoon. It helps to balance our hormones and it helps to prevent mid-afternoon cravings. So this is the drink for you. This is your top pick if you get that mid-afternoon energy slump that then leads to cravings. Go for the maca protein smoothie. All right, absolutely amazing. Let me know in the comments. All right, so got that one there. Get that over there, and then we have our next one. Oh, you're gonna love this one. Alrighty, so this drink, this is my soy calcium. Oh, hang on, let's just get that off the screen. There we go. This is my soy, calcium, and cacao drink. Now, this is your top pick to help lift your mood mid-afternoon. If you're one of those women that kind of start the day off with a bang and then you just hit the wall and you have that kind of emotional slump as well as a physical slump, this is the drink you need. Soy, it's soy milk, organic soy milk that's fortified with calcium. So a lot of those organic soy milks, they put extra calcium in because if we're not having dairy, then we need to be getting calcium, which is especially important during menopause for our bones, all right? So calcium, soy fortified with calcium, and then we're adding in the cacao. So I guess the cacao is just simply chocolate without any additives, no sugar, just the pure chocolate. And lots of health benefits for that too. So let's take a look at all of those benefits now. Let's slide that up. And this drink is great because it lifts our mood naturally by increasing the body's feel-good hormones. It helps unwind and relax to feel calmer. It helps with sugar cravings and to reduce afternoon snacking. This drink is great also because it eases menopause symptoms with phytoestrogens. It improves bone health by helping our bones absorb and retain minerals. And it supports heart health by helping to regulate cholesterol levels. Alrighty, so let's take a little look at that. And really easy to make this one. You just pop your cacao powder in the bottom of your cup. Again, you can use your allulose if you like a little bit of sweetener. Pop that in there. Warm up your milk again, not boiling, and just pour it over and use the little whizzer thing. to mix it all up. So remember, this drink is great to lift your mood mid-afternoon. It's also good if you get sweet cravings, right? Because it gives you that lovely chocolatey sweet fix. Okay, our next drink, the Schisandra berry. So this is a new one. So this is called the five flavor berry in Chinese medicine. It's been used for thousands of years. It's called five flavor because it's got all the five: the sweet, salty, sour, pungent, and bitter. And yes, it actually does really taste like that. So all of the other drinks, I had a criteria was they had to taste great and yummy, right? I mean, it's hard to make yourself drink something when you don't like the taste. But I had to include this one because it is so good. So you can get it as the berries, the dried berries, but most often you can get it as this powdered form, which is what I've used today to make this drink. So this is your top pick to de-stress and recharge. So this is great. If you're having one of those days, so stressed, so strung out, exhausted, and you just get to the afternoon, you think, how am I going to make it through the day? Schisandra berry to de-stress and recharge. It is so good. So it does those two things, de-stressing, but also recharging your energy. So let's jump in and have a look. So Schisandra berry is great because it helps to unwind and relax by lowering stress hormones. It can work quite quickly, so it's great if you're feeling very overwhelmed or stressed. It can support energy and stamina by improving mitochondrial function. It helps with brain fog and focus by lowering stress hormones. And it helps to promote a better sleep by boosting GABA and a neurotransmitter, which makes it easier to fall asleep and stay asleep. It helps to reduce inflammation, to ease joint stiffness and muscle aches, and it has neuroprotective benefits to support brain health. Alrighty, so let's take a look at how to make this. And you saw the picture on the slide that I had ice in this, right? Now the ice helps to camouflage or mask the taste. So it's great if you make it over ice. So put half a teaspoon of the Cassandra berry into a cup. Then you get it, boil your water, let it cool a little bit. Put the warm water onto the powder, dissolve it with your whizzer, and then fill your cup up with ice and then pour water over the top. Alrighty. So this is great, especially if you get hot flushes. This is also a good one because it's going to help with balancing. It has adaptogenic hormone balancing benefits, but also as a cold drink, it's really good to cool your body down. So this is great. This is your top pick to de-stress and recharge. Okay, great. Well done. You staying with me. Thank you, everybody, for sticking with me. Let me know in the comments. Are you enjoying this? And thank you again to all my members. If you'd like to join our YouTube community here, Anna's going to pop the link now in the comments. You can get 30% off today if you join, as opposed to buying within the YouTube app. And I'll be talking more about what we have in our YouTube area in a little minute. But just in case you've been wondering, how do I get in there and join? Anna's going to pop the link in there now. Alrighty, so now we're on to the evening drinks. And remember, our goal for the evening is to calm our nervous system, to rest, relax, and set ourselves up for a good night's sleep. So let's take a look. And the first drink that we have, can you guess what that is? I bet you there's some of you that know. Pop it in the comments if you can guess what that is. That is golden milk. And that is made using turmeric. And turmeric contains something very special. Let me know in the comments if you know what that is. We're going to talk about it in a second. And the golden milk is great for inflammation. So if you find that you have systemic inflammation, if you get joint pain at night, it makes it hard to sleep, this is the drink for you. All right, so let's take a look at all the benefits. And the golden milk helps to reduce inflammation with curcumin, one of the most powerful natural anti-inflammatories. It soothes joint pain and helps exercise recovery. It promotes relaxation by helping our body unwind and de-stress. This drink also helps to reduce late night snacking by keeping blood sugar levels stable. It improves digestion and bloating by stimulating the production of bile to help break down food and reduce bloating and gas. It supports brain health and memory by reducing inflammation. Okay, now let's take a look at how to make this. And I've got the recipe here for you. So, what we're going to do, you take full fat milk again. So, coconut milk, oat milk is okay, or full fat dairy. And then you're gonna have sorry, excuse me, as I put the milk there, yeah, that's right, the milk, sorry, I'm trying to remember all the details, there's a lot of details, right? And then we're gonna be adding in around about half a teaspoon of the turmeric extract powder. Now you want a 50-50 blend, 50% turmeric and 50% curcumin. So the regular turmeric that you have in your kitchen for cooking doesn't have a high enough concentration of the curcumin, right? So make sure you buy that specific blend. It's a 50-50 blend that's especially made for this. Then you need a pinch of black pepper. Now, the black pepper is really important because that helps the release of the curcumin. If you don't use the black pepper, you're not going to get all the benefits of this drink. It's anti-inflammatory benefits. And then you can put a little bit of cinnamon in. I love ginger. So I buy freeze-dried ginger. It's delicious. It's much better than the dried ginger. So freeze-dried ginger, and you can put in a little bit of sweetener if you like. And then what you're going to do is put all those things together on the stove and simmer that for about 5 to 10 minutes on the stove. Just simmering gently, not boiling, just gently simmering. And then that allows to release all of the nutrients and all the flavors blend together, and then pour it into your cup to drink. And it's a delicious, warming nighttime ritual to do to help you sleep well, but also helping with inflammation and joint pain. Let me know if you've tried golden milk before. Remember, that's your top pick of the inflammation. All right, so our next drink, that's the one I kept wanting to jump ahead to because I love this drink. It's another one of my favorites. This is the mint and sage lassi. So lassi also is an Ayurvedic drink. Again, thousands of years it's been used as a fermented drink. And it uses mint, fresh mint. This is bought that from the garden this morning. Went out and picked it, and sage. We're using mint and sage. The sage is optional, mint and sage. Then we're using yogurt, and you can use the dairy yogurt or you can use a plant-based yogurt. Either one is okay. And this is great. This drink is really good for hot flushes and digestion. It's your top pick for hot flushes and digestion at night. If you struggle with digestion in the evening, bloating and gas and tummy rumblings, try the mint and sage lassi. If you get hot flushes at night, this is the drink for you. And I'm going to show you how to make it in a minute. Alrighty, so let's jump in, have a look at the benefits of the mint and sage lassi. So this drink is great because it helps hot flashes and night sweats by supporting the body's internal thermostat. It soothes and improves digestion by reducing bloating, gas, and constipation, and it helps fall asleep by cooling and calming the body. This drink also helps to balance blood sugar levels to prevent nightlife cravings. It supports hormonal health with probiotics and B vitamins, and it boosts the immune system by increasing healthy gut bacteria. So let's take a look. I've got that recipe there for you. So you've got 3/4 of a cup of the yogurt. And again, you can go full fat or the coconut. And then you're going to have 1/4 of a cup of the water. You're going to take a big handful. So not, I've just got a little one there, but go for a big handful of the mint leaves, one sage leaf, and then you can use sugar or salt. You can make it as a savory drink or a sweet drink. Whatever you use, you're going to put your sugar or salt together with your leaves and crush them up with the sugar or salt first. So that releases all the oils from the leaves, helps to break it down because all those oils are the things that it contain all of the delicious phytonutrients that are really good for your body. And then you're going to put that together with your yogurt and you're going to whiz it all up, blend it all up, and then you're going to put it over ice because this is for hot flushes, right? So you want to have this about 30 minutes before bed because when we go to sleep, our body naturally wants to cool itself down to help fall asleep. That's part of the deep sleep process. And if you get hot flushes, you'll know when you go to bed, often what will happen straight away, you'll start having hot flushes, and it's a response to the body cooling down, triggers the hot flushes. So the icy cold drink before that 30 minutes before bed helps because it's in your digestive system, and the gut-brain axis, it's connected to the hypothalamus, which is your temperature control system. It helps to signal to the brain not to go into that hot flush cycle. All right. I found that again for myself in the last couple of years since having the breast cancer, my hot flushes got a lot worse. And the icy cold drinks are the things that really help to cool the body from the inside out. Alrighty, so that's the mint and sage lassi. Absolutely delicious as well, and really good if for digestion and hot flushes. All right, so pop that over there. And we're up to the last one. Oh my god, that's great. Okay, so we have now the tart terry juice. Now, if you've been with me for a while, you may have tried the tart terry juice before. Let me know if you have. Now, this is different to regular sweet cherries. It's tart cherry, and it's the most one of the most concentrated forms of naturally occurring melatonin. And melatonin is the hormone that helps us have a deep, restful sleep. So, this is your top pick for a good night's sleep. Absolutely delicious. And this is a tart cherry powder. You can get it in a powdered form or you can get it in a concentrate. And you can have it as a shot, a concentrate 25, 30 mils, or you can dilute it, which I've done here with water. Right, so let's jump in and have a look at the tart cherry juice. Helps to fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer by boosting melatonin and tryptophan. It increases deep sleep time by supporting the neurotransmitters that help regulate sleep. It has high levels of antioxidants to help support brain health and cognitive functions. This drink can also help to ease inflammatory joint pain. It helps with exercise recovery by reducing muscle soreness and it supports heart health. All right, so let's take a look at that one. How we're going to make it. There we go. Radio. Okay, so we take your concentrate in your glass. If you're having it, if you get hot flushes, I'd really encourage you to make this with ice for the reasons I spoke about before with the lassi. Then put your ice in and then your water over the top to dilute it. Or if you don't get hot flushes, you can have it as a shot, which is actually really yummy. And as I said, you can use the concentrated juice or the powder. And again, aim to have that about 30 to 60 minutes before bed. Remember, this is your top pick for a good night's sleep. Cheers. Alrighty. So let's go there. Now, I just wanted to quickly mention what we're going to do now is help you decide which one of these delicious drinks you're going to choose because you're not obviously not going to have all of them every day. And I'm sure by now you're probably thinking, my goodness, how am I going to choose? They all sound so good and really delicious. And I want to make this really easy for you. So just before we jump into that, two things that are important. For the red maca and the soy, calcium and cacao, is the soy, if you have estrogen responsive breast cancer, like I had, then check with your oncologist regarding the red maca or the soy. There's different schools of thought. Some are like it's okay, some are like it's not okay. So just chat with your doctor about that. That's important to know. So, what I want to do now is take you through my menopause drink plan cheat sheets. And this is going to make it super easy for you. And there's two ways that you can do this. First of all, there's the everyday plan. And the everyday plan is where you're going to choose the drink according to how you feel through the day. So I've got some slides here for you. We're going to take a look at that. So let's jump in and have a look. So what we're going to do in the morning, everybody's going to have the alkaline water with electrolytes or just plain water with electrolytes. That's the most important thing to start your day. Then choose one of those drinks, the Rooibos tea for a calm start, the lion's mane, which is great for brain fog, or the ceremonial matcha, which is good for mental energy and focus. Then in the afternoon, choose either the maca protein smoothie, which is great for cravings control and balancing your hormones, the soy calcium and cacao, which is great to lift your mood, or the Schisandra berry to de stress and recharge. And then we have the evening drinks. And in the evening, you're going to choose either the golden milk for inflammation, mint and sage lassi for thermostat regulation, which is the hot flushes and digestion, and then the tart cherry juice, which is going to help you have a good night's sleep. And remember, I'm going to give you guys, everyone in the YouTube members area, my coaching site, you're going to get this in a PDF, right? If you're watching the replay, you can take a little screenshot of these cheat sheets that I'm sharing. So most of you will probably do this everyday plan and kind of take a mix and match. That's what you can do. Um, Particularly, I'll tell you a couple of swaps you can make as well. Most of them can be swapped around, except for the ceremonial matcha because it contains caffeine, and caffeine can stay in our body for up to 8 hours, which can affect our sleep. So keep the ceremonial matcha for the morning, but you can swap some of the others around, particularly the soy calcium cacao. This is good if you get nighttime chocolate cravings. I know a lot of women struggle with that chocolate craving after dinner. Use the soy calcium cacao in the evening. All right. The other way is you can double up on the benefits. So we have the lion's mane. Now, the lion's mane is very malty and creamy. It's delicious and it mixes well with the maca protein smoothie, the soy calcium and cacao, or even the golden milk. So you can boost the benefits by adding in, for example, the lion's mane to the other drinks. All right, so the second way you can do this is if you have one symptom that's really dominant. So I know in the comments when we got started, some of you are mentioning your different concerns and symptoms, and this may be for you. If you've got this one symptom like brain fog or fatigue or poor sleep or anxiety and stress. All right, so let's take a look at how this is going to work. You're going to layer your drinks through the day. So we're laser targeting one symptom. So instead of sort of targeting several symptoms with different drinks in the day, we're focusing just on one symptom. So let's take a look at this. So if you have fatigue and brain fog, go for ceremonial matcha in the morning, maca protein smoothie in the afternoon, and lion's mane at night. Then, if you have anxiety and stress, if that's a real struggle for you, Rooibos tea in the morning, Schisandra berry in the afternoon, and lion's mane at night. Then, if you have low mood and irritability, I know a lot of women struggle with mood during menopause, ceremonial matcha in the morning, soy calcium and cacao in the afternoon, and the tart cherry juice at night. And then if you have hot flashes or hot flushes, Rooibos tea in the morning, but make this with ice. Make this as an iced tea, all right? Because hot drinks will trigger the hot flushes. Schisandra berry in the afternoon on ice, and then the mint and sage lassi on ice in the evening. For aches and inflammation, go for Rooibos tea in the morning, Schisandra berry in the afternoon, and golden milk at night. And then lastly, I've got this timeline for the benefits, which is how quickly you're going to see and feel the changes. So I know there's a lot of information here. This will be in the PDF for the members area. But you can take a screenshot on the replay as well. And then I've also included the cautions for those of you who have health conditions or taking medications. Just check who needs to check with their doctor before starting certain drinks. Alrighty, so well done on sticking with me to the end. Let me know, we're not actually at the end yet, but sticking with me to the end of these top 10 drinks. Let me know in the comments which drink are you excited to try first. All right, there's so many goodies, right? Let me know. Maybe it's more than one or two of your favorite drinks. I would love to know in the comments. So here's what you need to know. These drinks are powerful on their own, but when you combine them with the right nutrition, that's when the magic happens. That's when the big changes happen because you've got the synergy effect between your symptom targeted drinks and your hormone balancing nutrition, all the amazing hormone balancing food. So think of it like a two-step process. I have my symptom targeted drinks, And then I have my hormone balancing nutrition plan. Now, if you need help with that, if you need help with your nutrition, I would love you to get a hold of my menopause nutrition plan, my hormone balancing nutrition plan. And I'm just going to pop something up on the screen now because this is my special link, and that should be coming through in the comments now. You'll be able to get 30% off for my YouTube members area, where you'll be able to get my menopause eating plan, all of my recipes, my 12-week video coaching, my Zoom coaching call. So this time next week, we'll be having our members coaching call on Zoom where you'll have a chance to talk to me personally, and so much more inside of our YouTube members area with workouts. But what I wanted to focus on today was the nutrition. We have the hormone balancing nutrition plan. We have a super easy one that makes it so easy to get started. And then we'll have a deep dive nutrition plan for those of you who love details. Plus, of course, all we have, I think it's over 300 hormone balancing recipes. If you're already on my nutrition plan, if you've already tried it, if you love the recipes, let me know in the comments. This is amazing. This is your plan for improving all of your hormonal symptoms and losing weight, which I know so many women struggle with, because it's not just about calories, it's about the quality of the food that you're eating in terms of balancing your hormones during menopause, so you're not storing fat around your waist and you're not putting on weight. We focus on portion sizes, we focus on meal timing, what foods to eat and when, just like we've done today, what drinks to eat and when. We do that with what foods to eat and when for your fat burning metabolism, for energy, for your symptoms, and for a good night's sleep. Alrighty, so please let me know. Uh, and I've also got a link there for registering for my future live streams. So that'll come through in the comments as well. If you'd like to register and be part of our future live streams, please let me know. Alrighty, so let's just go there and we're going back to there. And thank you, everybody. So here's what I want you to take away from today. Just keep it simple. You know, we've covered a lot of information. I wanted to jam pack this full with as much value as I possibly could for you. But you know what? You only need to start with one or two drinks. And what I would recommend you do is start with the morning drinks. We're all going to have water. That's the foundation for our overall health. That take one drink for the morning and start that, say, this coming week, right? 1 week, do your morning drink, and you're going to start to feel better. Your energy levels are going to pick up. You're going to start to feel your mood lifting and shifting. You're going to start to feel a little bit more like yourself. The second week, I want you to introduce a nighttime drink, because a good sleep makes all the difference in the world. And it's as we sleep overnight that our body is healing and restoring, right? And replenishing our hormones. So the second week, introduce a nighttime drink and you'll start to feel even better again. And then the third week, introduce your afternoon drink. See, do it step by step. Don't try to do everything all at once. I mean, I know you're excited. I mean, I'm excited, obviously. This is so yummy and they're so good. But we want to set yourself up with a regular habit that makes it easy, right, to stick to your routine. That's what I want you to take away from today. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to do something, right? Something is better than nothing. All right. So if you're watching the replay, I just wanted to say thank you so much for staying with me to the end. And what I would love you to do, if you're watching the replay now, you're going to see here on the video the top 10 menopause foods video. This is the next one that I'd like you to watch. Please click and watch that. Please join our members area here on YouTube. I'd love you to see you there. And I just want to say thank you so much for joining. Thank you, and I will see you again next time.